everybody, welcome back to the Border Corner. On today's episode, we'll catch up with the two chicks that I showed you last week and see how they're getting on. We've got some other chicks. They've come from that yellow hen, so I'll show you those and a little bit more info about some of the other birds. I'm going to try and keep the videos a lot shorter from now on, so forgive me if you like a bit more content, then let me know and I will extend it again, but I'm going to try and bring the videos down to a little bit shorter length. So here we go then, and let's crack on with this week's episode. So this was the clear hen. She's just getting a drink. I've actually put S76 in for the birds today, so they get that today and tomorrow to help with air sac mite and other mites and so on. She's had that. All the birds have had that. She's doing a great job with the chicks. Here's a look at them in the nest. See what you think. So they're coming up now on 2 weeks old, I think it is. So yeah, everything going okay with them so far. So up in this cage, this is cage 8, and here we have a self-green hen. She was paired with this clear cock, and I didn't actually see them tread at all. I think I mentioned this last week. She'd actually stepped off the nest to get a drink earlier this week, and it was only 5 days. And I thought, oh, I'll just have a quick look. Got the torch out and counted them, and there's 4 fertile eggs. So that's good news. Hopefully they'll keep going. The hot weather is meaning that all of the hens that are sitting on eggs are getting off quite quickly, so I say quite quickly, off and on during the day. So but yeah, so she's sitting on some. They are due on the 10th of June, so we've got a little bit yet, but fingers crossed for those. I've mentioned a number of times that I've got 2 cockbirds that I would say are probably my best cockbirds, and these are what I've used sort of throughout all of my pairings that I've tried to put together, and so far those 2 cockbirds have actually produced no chicks at all. The chicks that I've got in the nest at the moment, the ones I just showed you, they were from a lightly variegated yellow cock and the white variegated hen, and the other chicks I'll show you in a minute were from the yellow variegated hen and a yellow buff cockbird. Despite all my best efforts and hopes, the really good cockbirds that I've got haven't actually produced anything so far. Now this is one of them. He is a 2021 bird on a violet ring. He's a really lovely bird. He's looking a little bit tight at the moment. I guess that's because of the time of year. And I've actually thought I'd try one more attempt at running the cockbird in with hens. And I think that this hen, he must have trod this hen easily 20 times, I would say, over a period of a week. I had him in 3 times, 4 times a day, and he trod it every time. and did the old stargazing afterwards. So this is sort of my last attempt with him and this hen. If I don't get anything from this time, I'm going to try a different cockbird next time. Now, at the same time as running him with that hen, I also ran him with another hen. So I'm just trying to get my camera. Not doing a very good job here. I also ran him with a South Green hen, which is actually his daughter. I don't know if you can see her in there. That's really, really bad. Let me just change the angle. I don't know if that's any better. I'm sorry about that. She's a South Green hen, as I say, it's her daughter, and she has laid 4 eggs. And now the same thing happened while he was treading the light variegated hen. I put him in with her first thing in the morning, and then take him out and put him with this green hen about half an hour later, and he trod her then. And I did that pretty much for a week. Now the weird thing was, on about the 6th day, he started fighting with this hen. I wasn't sure actually whether it was him or her who was the aggressor, but they started fighting. And I thought, well, I don't know what's happened here. My paring's gone apart. So I left it a day. She still hadn't laid, so I left it a day, and then I put him back in, and then he mated her again, and he did that in the morning and in the afternoon, and in the evening they fought again. Following day, still no eggs, so I put him in again, and they fought all day again. So I left it for the remainder of that day, and then on what would have basically been the 10th or 11th day from when I first started, I put him with her again, and she called on him immediately to tread, and he obliged. And then he trod her 3 times on that 10th or 11th day, and then 3 or 4 times again the following day. So she's now sitting on 4 eggs. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here, whether any of these eggs are fertile or not. But that's with my attempts from this, really good Self-Green cockbird. So while he's had this recent run of matings with the 2 birds that I've just shown you, I'm trying him as well this time. So with the 2 birds I've just shown you with this cockbird, on both occasions I ran him in to see, and as I say, we had multiple treadings as a result of trying that. What I'm also doing now is, as those 2 hens are sitting on eggs, what I'm doing now is I'm actually running him in now. I say running him in. I'm actually trying to pair him now with this hen. Now she is a 2021 bird as well. I've got her in focus. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble today with my focusing. I do apologise. Yeah, she's a 2022 bird, 2021 bird, sorry, on a violet ring. Nice little buff hen. She's built a nest. I've seen him feed her. Funny enough, actually, I saw him feed her when I had the sliding partition in, and then I removed the partition and put the wire in, and then since then, whenever they've got close to each other, they've been fighting. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer with these guys. I'm hoping that they'll get adjusted at some point. So that'll be another pairing for us to have a go at. So yeah, that's them. Now my second really good cockbird is this variegated yellow cock, and he has been paired with a number of different hens as well, and we've had nothing from any of them. He's been in with a number of different hens. I've tried running him in with hens. I've tried pairing him with a hen, and the results of all of these attempts have all been clear eggs. So I'm trying one last time, and now I've got a really nice clear buff hen. She's a 2022 bird. She's had 2 attempts to build a nest. Well, actually, I say 2 attempts. She's actually laid 9 eggs, I think it is. In total, there was 5 in one round and 4 in the next. So she's obviously okay with laying eggs. It's down to the cockbirds, and I'm starting to wonder whether it's a fertility thing, whether these two really good cockbirds are lacking in fertility a bit, because the other three, I'd almost call them my reserve cockbirds. Two out of the three have actually produced chicks. So I don't really know. And actually, the third cock out of that trio has that's the hen that's sitting on those 4 full eggs. So I don't know whether my two primary cockbirds are actually shooting blanks. Maybe I don't know. So but we'll have to see. I've got him in with her now. She's starting to build the nest, and we'll see what happens with these two. I've had lots of people asking me about the my allied line and the blue hen. She's had 3 nests. Last week I showed you her nest and said I was also hoping that we might have some youngsters to come, but unfortunately those eggs will clear as well. So we're not doing very well at all with her. I think that's last year and this year. She's done nothing. Everything's been clear. So I don't know whether she's now, maybe because of her age, she's perhaps infertile now, or what, I don't know. So if she goes down again this year, then I'll try her. I might try her with one of those other cockbirds that I've just spoken about that's already been successful, rather than pairing her with the primary birds. And we'll see what happens if we give that a go. So that brings us finally, for today, that brings us on to our variegated white hen. And she's gone down again. So far she's laid just the 2 eggs. And she's in with the lightly variegated yellow cock. So I'm hoping that these guys, this was the pairing I think that produced the chicks that I fostered out to that other hen. So I'm hoping that as they were fertile once, I'm hoping that we might get lucky and have another go with these. So here we are. This is the final bit for tonight. This is my yellow variegated hen. She's sitting on 3 chicks, and she's just about to stand up. So you'll get a look at one of them. I think we might get a couple sticking their head up for feed. I'm not sure, but thinking about it. Here we go, and here comes the chicks, and yeah, she's going to give them a bit of food. So that's a little bit of a look at these. So these are 3 chicks from the buff self green cockbird that I've got, and that I thought was a hen. So this is a bit of a bonus. Apart from the fact that it's a bonus because I've got some chicks, it's also a bit of a bonus because I thought that the cockbird was actually a hen. So these things keep happening, keep us entertained, don't they? There we go. Well, that's it for today, everyone. I've done a much quicker video. I mentioned last week that my viewing numbers have gone over a bit of a cliff. So compared to what I was getting with some previous videos. So I wonder whether some of that is down to the length of the video. So I've reduced this back a little bit, see if that makes a difference. Thanks for all of you that have been regular from the start, that keep coming, and all of those of you that are joining the channel and subscribing. I really appreciate you coming on. I'm getting lots and lots of feedback and on Facebook Messenger and in the comment section on YouTube, and it's really great because it lets me know that you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out there. So please keep on doing that. Give me a like if you do like the video. I've had a couple of people that have actually said that they don't like the videos, and then not offered any feedback as to why. So If you don't like the video, I'm happy for you to put a don't like on it, but it'd be good if you could just bung me a comment telling me what's wrong, and then it gives me an opportunity to do something about it. But everybody else, please like it, subscribe. Subscriptions are at 430 odd now, so we're getting close to that 500. And don't forget, when we get to 500, there's a prize award. There's and there'll be a prize giveaway of a voucher for Direct Bird products that Shane has kindly offered up. So please like, please subscribe, keep on birding, and I'll see you in the next one.